Good morning, guys. So yesterday I was coming back from San Francisco. Today is Tuesday, and we're headed to E2's boat. Well, we're headed to meet E2 for lunch. We're going to chat a bit about my trip, and then we're going to head down to their boat and get some stuff done. Another thing I wanted to share with you guys, that today is a little bit of a momentous day, because today was the first time that I worked up my very first proposal and estimate. I submitted the proposal and the estimate to Kate, the 1985 Bayliner that I had the consultation with last week, and she approved. So there's many projects that Kate wants to do on her boat, but the first project is going to be removing the old stern light and replacing it with a new one, a new LED one. And we're starting on Friday. So I feel really good.
Well, here that go. Oh, now the light switch lit up. That's interesting. Okay, now I'm going to turn this on.
No, I don't have a green light on the box.
You don't have a green light on the box.
All right, so I was just on E2's boat again, troubleshooting that Orion. And you guys are going to have to be patient with me because I'm going to have to adjust to, like before, it was easy for me to find time to film because I'm not the one doing all the primary thinking. I just was following my directions. But now a lot more of my brains goes into my tasks. And I'm dealing directly with the boat owner, talking to them. I have to figure out how I'm gonna capture this, like record what I'm doing, even though I'm busy in a different kind of way. Not mad about it. Glad to be busy in a different kind of way, but just have to figure out how to document it to where it doesn't interfere with the day. But today was really interesting. We made progress. It turned out an LED light was supposed to be on the positive side, was on the negative side. So it was a short to ground, if I'm understanding correctly what was going on there. His little red wires, I can put a picture up, was on the negative bus bar when it should have been on the positive. And that didn't mess things up for a while, because the E2 had it wired like that for a while. But it was definitely messing it up now. But we fixed that. Good morning. What's up, guys? I'm just arriving to the marina, going to E2's boat. Basically, I've been meeting up with Basically, I've been meeting up with E2 every day from like 10 to 2 to work on odd projects. And over the next, I guess, 4 more weeks, we're going to continue to do that. They've got electrical work that needs to be done. They've got help with their website that they need. Basically preparing for this big art show that's June 20th. So everything comes to a head around June 20th, a little bit after. Let's get it going. Oh, now they're mostly all fast flashing and one is solid.
Okay, yeah. Which one is solid? I think the way that runs was we labeled them. It's going more slow than I'm used to. Now you're going to crawl out. Is the green light still on?
Unfortunately, we're so wrapped up in what we're doing that I don't have a ton of time to show you guys how beautiful this boat is. Here's just a little quick peek of the interior. And I mean, yeah, but in another video in a little bit here later on, I'm going to do a proper tour so you can see all the little details that make this boat so beautiful and so special.
I don't think it's supposed to rain.
It was cool, but when it ended, I was kind of ready for a change, and I actually was planning on not looking for a job right away. But I live in Ballard and I walk everywhere, and
You found this place.
yeah, my friends get I didn't know him all the time, but he works here, and so I just stop in and say hi. And Kent just thought he thought I would be a good person for the job, and he just asked me if I was interested. And at first I was like, I don't know. I don't know anything about the industry of espresso machines, but it's really great. And fun to work here, and it's also like a great way. The coffee is all about community. And
Oh yeah.
it's a great like way to do other things because yeah, it's totally there. These are my model battery packs because I think I know where I want them to go, but I haven't totally committed.
Okay.
But I think the motor is really small.
Right.
So it's basically going to go, like this should be the front end if I've done all my measurements correctly.
Yeah.
And I'll have to like fiberglass in this so it's like completely waterproof.
Mm-hmm.
But then I think that the batteries will either go like one on each side,
Mm-hmm.
and then actually maybe two like this, and just make it part of the descent.
Got you. Okay, whoa. That was such a cool meeting. I met with this person at their place of employment, which was a coffee museum. And then we walked across the street to their boat, and as you can see, their boat is totally being refit. They're working on it themselves, and it's so cool. I love this too, because you know, when people are building their own boats like this, I feel like it tends to be like a passion project for them. And I'm just so honored that these people would invite me to be a part of their passion project. Like, I'm really humbled by that, and I'm really grateful. I feel like their sort of morale, I cannot think of the right word. Is it your ideal, your morale, your process, your belief system? I don't know. I'm just basically saying that the way that she approaches this project is aligned with a lot aligned with like where I think I am right now. And basically, oh my God, I cannot articulate what I'm trying to say, but I'm really into the idea of working long term on boats, working on a boat for long term. I'm into the idea of really spending time and getting to know the boat and being like having these clients be a perpetuated thing, you know? So it's a boat that I work on perpetually. Like, I work on it, you go out into the world, you sail, something breaks or something's fishy, you call me again. Because I really feel that really builds a relationship and a knowledge and an experience of seeing a boat go through seasons. I don't know, that just sounds really cool to me. Obviously, I think a lot of the work that I'll end up doing is just like a 1 or 2 days on a boat just to fix the thing. But what really excites me is being able to get into a project and really spend some time. And I think that from what she was saying, that works for her as well, because right now she's very much into the planning aspect, and she wants to spend a lot of time planning really well so that she has as few regrets as possible. It's really smart. I just get so excited, you guys. Each one of these consults, I've gotten so excited about the possibilities in the future. The consult's over. We've made our plan on next steps. It's going to be a slow and continuous process, and I'm totally happy with that. So yeah, it was a great meeting for sure. All right, so now I've got to go meet up with my ex-wife at her grandmother's, and apparently we still have some boxes stored in her basement from when we were married. I don't know. Whatever's in her basement has been there for like 7 years, so that's going to be interesting. But then after that, I meet up with Andrew. I haven't shown you guys all that Andrew and I do, because honestly, there are some Wednesdays where we get together and we just sit around the fire and talk. But I do think that it's time to give you guys a bit of an update. So tonight we'll be at Andrew's, and you can laugh at how little progress we've made this last month. It's happening. We're doing it. Little by little. Right?
Yeah, it looks a lot It looks a lot different. That part still hasn't been touched.
We haven't gotten
There's a
there
lot-
yet. We haven't gotten there. There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on. I gotta tell you, I was nervous. I was real anxious about this. Felt like it was overwhelming.
Aw.
Aaron's been very helpful in kind of staying one thing at a time. I like your strategy about just move it out, clean it, and put it back so you can see it.
Right.
Generally organized, then you'll figure it out.
Right.
If it's clean, that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty fun.
Good morning, guys. It is Friday. I'm feeling kind of tired. Glad the weekend is close. The weekend is near. E2's boat has been really fun to work on, and it's also been a kind of a learning curve because them having an electric boat, electric motor, I mean, it changes a lot of things electrically, as you can imagine. But this is really good practice because I had the consult with Abby earlier this week, and they're installing a new electric motor, which is very different from the motor that Trey has, because E2 was kind of an early adapter, and technology has come a long way since they bought their motor. But there are a lot of principles that are consistent, and so it's cool. It's cool studying this and learning something totally new. Well, not totally new, but
For charging the motor.
okay.
And I think that extra wire back there
Mm-hmm.
is so that we can have it also be inside, but I want to ask it. And then we've got an on-off button for the wind vane. All right, because we may need to install another hole for the on-off.
How big?
Well, hopefully it's only it's an inch.
Yeah, an inch would work.
Yeah, okay. The green lights are going on.
Okay.
Is that what's happening?
Yeah. Well, hold on. It's a 3-second delay of, it's like,
But they're on now, right?
correct, yes.
They shouldn't be on because they should come on when you turn,
The switches.
or maybe that's, okay, so.
Did I not turn these off? Or,
No, so go ahead and turn them on. I'm wondering if there's a
the limiter?
limiter in the inverter. Goes down and was numbered. And
Yeah.
remembers, he said, I can't remember, I think I started up here and went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or I started back there and I went clockwise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh,
He
okay.
doesn't remember, but
Okay.
the wiring, this wiring
Mm-hmm.
is related to the
number.
switches.
Right, okay.
These connectors are willing to accept any one of these.
All right, thanks for hanging with me this week, guys. I think it was a good week. You know, we wrote our first proposal and estimate, and it got accepted, and we studied up on 48-volt electric motors, and, you know, had a really cool consult. So all in all, it feels pretty good, not bad. But we did have to reschedule starting on Kate's boat because she wasn't feeling well. So hopefully next week we get into the Stern Light relocation project. I'm looking forward to it. I'll see you guys next Monday. Peace.